Greetings. Welcome to Karen Hope's 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration, the channel where hope grows inspiration. Y'all, thank you for being here today. So, I'm jumping on the channel like I do every day. Well, no, not like every day. Almost every day. You know, I miss like maybe 2-3 days out of the month. But I'm jumping on the channel today to let you know that episode 117 has been produced and published and is available in the description box down below and those podcast platform links. There's about 7 or 8 of them for you to choose from. Okay. Thank you so much for your support in advance. And today's episode was titled The Heart Can Never Do What the Mind Does. And it's the truth. Now, you can go listen to it in its entirety. Okay? But I'll quickly tell you that it's about imagination. Our heart can't imagine anything, can it? Now, the heart wants what the heart wants, doesn't it? Oh, yes. But the mind has to imagine it. Okay? So that's what that's all about. Like I said, go check it out. And then after you listen to that one, you have 116 more to listen to. Okay? And you know, just like scan through the titles. Skim through the titles. And whichever one grabs your attention, it's yours. Okay? It's all yours. Take a listen. Okay? Well, now we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video with a pretty little bow and talk about a little bit more inspiration. Okay, but I don't want to really talk about the heart versus the mind and the mind versus the heart right now, because we still have a whole podcast episode tomorrow. And if I know me, maybe 2 or 3 more days, it will roll over into next week. You know what? But inspiration is so great, isn't it? I mean, really and truly, it's for me too. That is the truth. It's the truth. Okay, we're going to talk about blessings. You know, sometimes we might get it a little mixed up. We get it twisted about what a blessing is. You know? And if I may, just be of some encouragement and let you know that our blessings are far more than what we claim, or that we claim. I'm going to tell you why. If we are thinking that a blessing is just strictly material, like what we can see, you know, that house on the hill, you know, that mansion on the hill. It could be a house. A mansion is a house. It's a very big house. So that mansion on the hill, or that compound in Florida. Why did I say compound in Florida? I don't know, but that sounds nice to me. That's fancy. And I don't need fancy, though. I will tell you, I think fancy and I imagine fancy, because that's the only way that I could get it. Do you know what I mean? It's the only way you could get it. I mean, when you're working very hard and you're making that paper, if you can't imagine anything nice, you'll have a whole bunch of money and nothing nice. You'll just have a whole bunch of money. Imagination creates our environment. Whether if it's a good imagination, it's good. If it's a bad imagination, it's a bad environment. Period. And so we need to be able to think beyond material things. Material things fail, die, fade away, wither, break down. Right? Now, I do have to say, those material things can be and are considered blessings and should be considered a blessing, to be able to be grateful for it and thank God for it. To put a label to it and say, God, I thank you for this blessing. I thank you for that house on the hill, mansion on the hill. I thank you for that compound in Florida. I thank you for that vacation home in Switzerland. Oh, yeah. But guess what? The blessing, down to the root was your belief. The root was your faith. That blessing, those two blessings. And those things are God given. The courage that you needed, the strength that you had to use. The ideas and the notions and the gumptions, you had to wake up in the middle of the night, write them down, or get to work right away. Men and women. That's adult life. When we're trying to live this life, we have to get up in the middle of the night or keep going throughout the day, maybe not sit down. And that strength is the blessing. And from that strength and that hard work and that determination, all those blessings that I just mentioned, those God-given feelings to be able to anchor down, that's a blessing. A blessing leads us into our purpose, our life purpose, where God wants us to be. Where we are most useful is where God wants us to be. So we can say, use me, and it's not a hurtful thing. It's something we actually want to be done. We should want to be used. And when we're living in our purpose, it's exactly what we want to happen. We invite it to happen when we're living in our purpose. That's when we understand that the things that we have gone through and the things that we've had to hold on to, the positive things, the things that foster life, and letting go of the self-sabotaging energies and behaviors and thoughts, those are not blessings, and they don't bring blessings at all, because it's not the root blessing. That's the weapons formed against us to keep us from our blessings. Our blessings are good thoughts. Our blessings are feelings and emotions and a belief and faith that keep us built up and allows us to be broken down by God and built back up, refined to continue moving into our purpose, which may include that mansion on the hill and that compound down in Florida. Golly, can you see the palm trees and stuff? Wow, that's nice. And the vacation home in Switzerland that we can only go to once a year because it's warm in Florida and it's, very nice in Switzerland, but we can go back home to the compound in Florida. Do you know what I mean? I say we because I'm speaking collectively. I want us all to think about this way. We need to stop thinking about the result as the blessing and see the work as the blessing. See those components that allow the work to happen as the blessing. The strength, like I said, the strength and the courage and is the word wherewithal? My mom says that a lot. The thoughts, the notions, and the ideas, and the determination and devotion, all those things that we need to get to where we're going, to even consider our material things a blessing. Okay, so let's not miss the mark, y'all. Let's not miss the mark. Consider all those things that we have in our life a blessing. But if we're looking at what we've obtained, and if we're looking at, what we have instead of why we have it and how we obtained it, if we're not looking at those things as the blessings first, the root blessing, we're going to end up squandering the blessings that we have. Okay? So y'all, count your blessings. Count them. And guess what? That when you start to count them, thinking about your thoughts and your behaviors and your dreams and your visions, including all of those, it's going to be a lot more than you ever could imagine. So all those things, all those blessings, y'all take care of them. Take care of them. It's including our thoughts and our behavior. Because remember, It's where all our manifestations start. I'm listening to AC/DC. I start talking too fast. Ooh, I love me some AC/DC. But it's where our manifestations start. Yeah, and we need to keep our thoughts balanced. So, being balanced means understanding our blessings, our thoughts, and taking care of them. Okay? And once we take care of them, oh gosh, everything starts to flow. Everything starts to flow. The blessings start to flow. Thank y'all so much for being here. That's it for the video. I think I'm done talking about that for today. Thank you for being here. Okay? Thank you for supporting the podcast, listening. Okay? Leave me some messages. It's been a couple of weeks since I've gotten some voice messages on the podcast link. So y'all leave me some messages and let me know how you're liking the podcast. If you have any suggestions that I can, implement into the whole routine so I can cater this whole experience to you. Okay? It's all about you. And I'm feeling good doing it too. I guess I should say it's all about me. We're reflections of each other, so it's a good deal. It's a win-win situation. For real. Okay, so let's see what else. Yes, tomorrow. It is Saturday. It's Saturday. So tomorrow we have the weekly review where we dedicate about 2 to 3 minutes. And I really do stick to the time on the weekly review, though. I do. Because, literally, there's only just a few things to say as far as the overview. So I think Sundays are the only days that we really stick to the time schedule. So tomorrow we'll be dedicating 1 or 2 minutes to each podcast episode. And then we just, again, like we do each daily video, or almost daily video, we wrap it up with a little inspiration. We, throughout the whole thing, the bottom line is we're giving God glory first and foremost. We're trying to stay positive as much as we can. Live life or practice living life from a position and a posture and a place of positivity. Yep, and I think we're doing a pretty good job, don't you? I think you're doing a great job. Yeah, keep it up, keep it going. So, and as far as this video, please like it, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, okay? And, hey, if that red notification bell is sitting there just like the same color, why? Just make it gray for me, please. Gray is pretty. I like gray, especially gray notification bells. We need that because on Thursdays we need to go live, and also I want to be able to go live on anytime we want to on this channel, okay? But rules and regulations in YouTube land say that we need to have a certain amount of subscribes and likes, so help me with that, okay? I thank you so much. Okay, so see you tomorrow on this channel for our weekly review and to exchange some awesome energy.